I did what she did to me and called it quits, but now I'm the bad guy. Hi everyone, welcome back to another Reddit cheating story. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell so you won't miss another cheating story goes live. My wife cheated on me and I cheated back with the AP's wife. I told my wife about it and now I have to listen to her and our marriage counselor say I'm just as bad as her. I think it's complete BS. I would not have cheated if she didn't cheat first. Mine was about getting even, if that's even possible. Backstory: I found out my wife was having an affair about a year ago. I found pictures and messages on our shared computer. I confronted her and she lied. She told me I'm a psycho, and that I'm making this all up in my head. Classic gaslighting narcissist. Then I showed her the picture printouts. She then started trickle-truthing me. I had had enough, so I contacted the AP's wife. She was devastated but became my only source of truth in this situation. The affair consisted of messages all day and night for 3 months. My wife turned off her notifications on her phone. They also met up for sex almost weekly. She wanted to stay with me even after all that. We started marriage counseling. I will admit, my primary motivation was financial. I had recently sold my business and didn't want to leave with 50% of the money that represented 15 years of my life. While all this was going on, I was talking to the AP's wife daily. She had kicked him out of the house. My wife refused to leave or give me any space at all. One night my phone rang, she usually messaged, and it was the AP's wife. She was having a bad night and wanted to talk. That talk led to some flirting back and forth, then I told her I was going to come by. She said she would like that. So I went over there and drank the AP's beer and had sex with his wife in their living room. This continued for about a month. It ended when I told my wife during an argument. Look, I know that this situation is pretty hopeless and I should probably just pack my bags and leave. This isn't a mature way to deal with an affair and I get that. But it was only after my hookups with the AP's wife that I felt like I could go back and work on my marriage. I wasn't embarrassed or depressed anymore. So, am I wrong to think that this is getting even? That it's justified? The other couple ended up staying together, by the way. Here are some of the best comments from our community. For some BSs, it's the only way to level the marriage and proceed with repairing it. I wouldn't do it, I would just leave. But for some, it's the only way for them to move forward, for them to start anew. They need to feel desired. Because the marriage has to be built from the ground up anyway. Now the spouse that first betrayed knows what the other truly feels and the playing field is even as if they first met. Now both can start the forgiveness if they want as equals. Most of the time the original betrayer can't get past this because of latent narcissism and little empathy. You don't want to be with them anyway if they feel that way. Here is the second story. My wife cheated on me and I have a request to help both us in our marriage. So a little background. My wife and I were experiencing some rocky times because she thought I stole money from a business partner and lied to her about doing it. I kept trying to explain to her that it was a mistake and not true. I even showed her the proof that I didn't do it, but she chose to listen to other people over me and ended up filing for divorce on October 6th. Once she filed, she started talking to a guy. Truly happened by chance, not intentional, and she never cheated on me pre-divorce. I know this for a fact. Over the next few months I continued to fight to prove my innocence and handed all my documents to her attorney so that they could give her their third-party opinion. Over this time she became closer to this guy and then she lied to me where she was going and went to have sex with him. I found out she was texting this guy and confronted her and she assured me that nothing happened. About the same time her lawyer finally came back and said, "Yup, your husband is innocent, plain as day." Later I found out by doing my own digging that she had sex with him and I spent the next week figuring out how to confront her. We decided to call off the divorce a month later even though I knew she cheated and she didn't know I knew. But I decided to confront her the next day and told her that I know something more happened and if this marriage is going to work then now is the time to tell me. She admitted to having sex and I admitted to knowing. I also admitted that I was at a low point and I tried to get revenge on her by downloading Tinder and doing the same. But I couldn't bring myself to get past a few texts with any girl and showed the proof. I never cheated or even spent the time to actually get to know any other girl. Now I am trying to cope with everything that she did, from filing for divorce based on a rumor, bad-mouthing me in public, selling her wedding ring, and screwing another guy. She continues to beg and plead for me to take her back and a big part of me does want to. Because I keep rationalizing her infidelity by telling myself we were in such a bad place together and the divorce was filed before she did it, so maybe we can heal with professional help. Or maybe not. But I love her enough to give it an honest shot. About a few days ago, she told me that it would help with her guilt if I slept with another woman and gave me the hall pass. Since that's not who I am and I believe that would be unhealthy for our marriage, I declined, but coping with her infidelity is damn hard. Our sex life has ironically improved and our communication and honesty has as well. So an idea popped into my head and I haven't asked her yet, but that idea was: if you feel guilty enough that you want to give me a pass, and since that's not who I am, then why don't we use this opportunity to experiment with a threesome with another girl who she picks and she can set the threesome rules. My logic is that I can't cheat on my wife, period, no matter what she did or how pissed and hurt I am. We have gotten closer and have shared more than we ever have in all aspects of our lives, and we've even found new things in bed that she liked and didn't even know about. If sharing me with another woman eases her guilt and helps us move forward, then the healthy way to do it would be to have a threesome and share the experience with my wife. We would both get to move forward knowing that each person had their time on the other side of the fence. Since her cheating made her realize that she has it perfect with me and will have to live with hurting the person who loved her more than anything, her words. Then maybe sharing my time on the other side of the fence with her involved in picking the partner will bring us closer by easing her feeling of guilt, my feeling of betrayal, and rebuild our trust in one another since I'd involve her. Is any of my logic, idea, scenario, etc. normal, or am I just crazy and in such a weird place that I'm just grasping for something to make me feel whole again? I don't know what to do, please help. Here is the third story. Wife has been having a long-distance affair with her coworker. Just found out that my 34M wife, 36F, of 6 years has been cheating on me for the past 4 months with a long-distance coworker. Our relationship has not been great in the past few years, fighting, resentments, dead bedroom. It mostly started with a period of long-distance relationship when she was in grad school, and then she had a period of minor work-related depression which I did not cope with well. When she recovered, I was not fully there for her. I found out the texts and confronted her, and she said that they just had a strong emotional connection which she lacked from me, and she said that she just made out with him and did not have sex. And that she was distraught and swore to break up. The next day I found the deleted texts from the trash on her phone, and it was clear she again lied to me. They have had sex a dozen times, and she even flew to him when I was on a business trip and slept with him. I was ready to walk out of the house, but again she begged and pleaded and called this guy in front of me and told him it's over and said she just wants to be with me. Since then I have been almost shell-shocked, and she has been super nice to me. We also fuck like animals since then. We had sex 30 plus times in the past week since we found out. It was more sex we had than in last 2 years of our marriage. I feel quite rotten having sex with her and giving in. I don't know what to do. I have no one else to talk to. My parents have their own problems and I am detached from my siblings, and being cuckolded is not something I want to bring up to my close friends since they are also close to my wife. I make significantly more than my wife, and I am not sure if she is choosing me to just live a comfortable life or she actually loves me. I also don't know if she would ever cheat again. She keeps saying that this mistake won't happen again and she will do everything to make me happy, and I want to believe it, but I also want to just walk out. Any advice? Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell for any future cheating stories.